Welcome back, my friends. Today, I want us to have a conversation about a topic that I'm over 60 now. And if there's one lesson I've had to learn again and again in my life, it's this. Have you ever walked away from a conversation feeling drained? Boundaries are not cold walls to push people away. Boundaries are gates frame. Look at the people you truly admire. Maybe a leader, a trusted friend, or a successful entrepreneur. On the other hand, when you give away everything too easily, the absence of boundaries usually comes from fear. Fear of being disliked. Boundaries don't make you distant. They make you respected. They clarify and strengthen relationships. When you say, "That's personal, I don't want 3 golden secrets to keep private." You have a new business idea, a big goal, or a life-changing plan. The first instinct to share it. But smart people know plans grow best in silence. Imagine planting a seed. Do you dig it up every day? Psychology even explains this. There's a concept called also sharing too early exposes you to negativity. A single doubtful comment, a dismissive look, or careless words can shake your energy. Instead of working, you waste time defending your vision. Think of history's greatest influencers. Secret No. 2, don't reveal too much about your private life. Your relationship struggles and emotional wounds are. A marriage counselor once told me, most relationships don't break because of the 2 people involved, but because of the 10 outsiders who got invited into the story. When you share every detail of your arguments, privacy brings peace. The less you overshare, the lighter you feel. You stop worrying about people's opinions and free yourself from. Secret No. 3, don't broadcast your weaknesses and insecurity. We all have weaknesses. Maybe you doubt your intelligence, talent, or regret a past mistake. These are real. When you reveal your insecurities too freely, vulnerability in the right place with a mentor, therapist, or trusted partner is powerful. Vulnerability in the wrong place is like smart people don't deny their weaknesses, but they don't hand them out. Think of a colleague who always says, "I'm terrible at presentations," or "I'm so nervous about this project." What happens? Others' silence gives you space to change. So reflect on this. Start today. Practice the art of pausing before you speak, We have just discussed the 3 most essential things. That is why I want to share with you 10 golden rules. 10 things you need to keep for yourself to protect your peace. 1. Do not reveal your This is a boundary that many people unintentionally cross. Maybe you boast about buying a new house, or complain about your credit. When you disclose exactly how much you earn, save or owe. Expert insight. Financial discretion creates a psychological shield. It allows you to make decisions based on your goals and values without being swayed by. 2. Never announce your next move. Fragility of plans. Sharing plans too early is like digging up seeds before they sprout. They die before taking root. Criticism and approval. Early announcements. Illusion of progress. Talking about plans releases dopamine. Tricky. Shield from sabotage. Revealing plans gives envious people or competitors a chance to interfere. Act in silence. 3. Do not react instantly to criticism. The art of the pause. In today's world, we were programmed to respond immediately. But instant reaction is the end. When attacked with criticism, a tough question, or a malicious remark, your instinct. The art of the pause is the first boundary of emotional intelligence. Take a breath, step back, and process. Use simple phrases like, "I'll think about it," or 4. Do not let others steal your peace. Guard your peace. Boundaries are not just about information, but also about your time and energy. Many people say yes to social or work commitments out of fear of disappointing others, draining themselves in the process. Your inner peace is your most valuable asset. Overcommitting gives away control of your life. Practical advice. Learn to say no politely but firmly. For example, "Thank you for thinking of me, but I can't take on more commitments right now." Keeping promises to yourself is more important than exhausting yourself with outside commitments. 5. Do not overshare your personal life. Your private life. Personal fortress. Your private life relationship struggles wounds is not for display. Protect it. Risk of manipulation. Oversharing gives others power to judge or exploit you. Peace in privacy. Keeping private matters to yourself frees you from worry about others' opinions and restores emotional energy. Discretion in relationships. The strongest relationships are nurtured in safe private spaces. 6. Do not share the struggles of your loved ones. Protect your inner circle. Protect the dignity of your family when your children's spouse or parents face difficulties, career setbacks, health issues, personal conflicts. Your role is to safeguard their privacy. Oversharing these details with outsiders is a betrayal of trust. It exposes them to pity and judgment, wounding their self-respect. Keep private. Health conditions of your spouse or children, family financial conflicts, past mistakes of your partner. Discuss such matters only within a trusted circle, such as a counselor or a single close confidant. Your discretion shows loyalty and respect. 7. Never justify your choices and core values. Own your decisions. We often over-explain our choices hoping for acceptance, but constant justification signals insecurity and a search for approval. When you make a choice based on your values and maturity, you owe no one an explanation as long as it harms no one. Stand tall and say, "This is my decision." Then stop. Let your confidence finish the sentence. 8. Do not publicize your acts of kindness. The silent act of giving. True kindness does not need a spotlight. In the social media age, many feel tempted to showcase their generosity. But boasting about good deeds turns noble acts into a bid for validation. Instead, give anonymously. When you give without recognition, it comes from pure love, not ego. The reward silent giving brings deep peace and pride that no like or comment can match. 9. Do not reveal your weaknesses and insecurities. Your weaknesses and insecurities. Others' weapon weaknesses, when shared carelessly, become ammunition against you. Work in silence. A wise person protects their weaknesses while quietly working to overcome them. Psychological impact. Once revealed, people label you through that weakness, limiting your potential. Strategic disclosure. Vulnerability has power when shared in the right place, but in the wrong place, it's like bleeding in front of sharks. Privacy gives you space to grow without labels. 10. Do not complain about colleagues or supervisors. Professional integrity. Complaining may feel like relief, but it signals unprofessionalism and carries risk. Sharing workplace grievances makes you look negative and gossip-prone. Worse, those words may resurface and harm you, especially in future opportunities. A potential employer may wonder, if they badmouth their old company, will they do the same here? Keep complaints for private HR meetings or professional counseling. In public, maintain positivity and professionalism. This builds an image of reliability and discretion, qualities admired by all successful people. We have gone through a profound journey. We've talked about the 10 golden principles to protect our personal power, from keeping your next big plan private to guarding the peace within your soul. I want you, my friends, who are at the age of true maturity, who already understand the value of reflection, to remember one thing. The purpose of boundaries is not to make your life smaller, but to make your life deeper. The supreme power of discretion and boundaries. You see, in a world where everyone is encouraged to share everything, to post every thought, every meal, every emotion, every moment of joy or sorrow, choosing to hold back becomes a revolutionary act. When you decide to stay discreet, you are not only protecting yourself from judgment and manipulation, but you are also creating an unbeatable strategic advantage. 1. Peace that cannot be bought. The greatest reward of discretion is peace. When you stop handing out the keys to your inner world to everyone, you stop inviting their noise into your life. You no longer have to carry the burden of other people's opinions about your career choices, how you raise your children, or why you choose to travel alone. That stillness, that mental clarity, is priceless. You wake up with more energy because you're not weighed down by unnecessary judgment. You go to bed lighter because you haven't exposed your wounds before they've had a chance to heal. Picture a lake. If you keep stirring it, you will never see the bottom. But when you let it settle, the clarity is undeniable. Discretion is the act of allowing the waters of your inner lake to settle. 2. Respect and personal dignity. People respect when they cannot easily access. This is a fundamental law of human psychology. When you keep sensitive information, your finances, your major plans, your personal insecurities, private, you create a natural boundary that raises your value in the eyes of others. You stop being an open book that anyone can flip through. Instead, you become someone with depth, someone who carefully chooses who may enter. This is not about arrogance. It's about value. Diamonds are not scattered on the streets. They are carefully stored, protected, and revealed only in the right context. Your life, your secrets, and your inner world are no different. When people sense that you don't give yourself away easily, they approach you with curiosity, caution, and greater respect. And above all, discretion brings dignity. There is a silent strength in knowing that your life is not a stage for public scrutiny. You don't feel the need to prove, explain, or defend. You simply live steadfast in your truth, unmoved by external noise. 3. Freedom to change and reinvent yourself. Perhaps this is the reward I cherish most, especially for those in their 40s to 60s. When you announce every plan, every struggle, every intention to change, you lock yourself into an image that others expect of you. You create a social contract that binds you to consistency with what you once declared. But what happens when you grow beyond that original intention? You are forced to explain to justify your evolution. But when you keep things private, you gain unlimited freedom to pivot, to evolve, and to reinvent yourself without apologizing to anyone. You owe no one an update because they were never entitled to the details in the first place. Discretion gives you the freedom to experiment, to fail without being judged. You can change careers, shift political views, or pursue a brand new passion without carrying the weight of old expectations. Privacy creates space for healing and growth without interference. It allows you to build true resilience forged in silence. A final reminder, my dear friends and everyone watching. I want you to carry this thought. Boundaries are not set once they are a daily practice. Practice saying, "This is private." Say it with a smile, with confidence. The trustworthy will respect it. Those who push past it reveal exactly where they belong in your life. Replace complaints with action. Instead of lamenting weaknesses, stay silent and fix them. Replace showing off with results. Work hard and let your achievements surprise others. Your life, especially at this stage, is not a variety show. It is your fortress, your sanctuary. Protect it. Protect the ones you love. Protect your peace and your personal power. Do not give away the precious pieces of yourself too easily. Live strategically, live intentionally, and live discreetly. That is how you become a stronger, more resilient, and unshakable version of yourself.